yeah, jiu-jitsu is no joke. Just finished day 3, so it's been quite a productive day. What's up, guys? I'm here at 4-7 Martial Arts, and yeah, we put in some work today, so.
So it's day 4, and man, I am super sore. I might have pushed myself a little bit too hard. I don't know. It's kind of difficult because at the gym, I'm used to training until failure. Just trying to learn how to maybe take it more easy and just try to learn more. But I don't know. The way I look at it is the same thing with the gym. You know, I used to get really sore when I would work out, so I figure I'll get used to it and just got to keep at it. So it's day 5, feeling pretty sore. Day 7, feeling a little bit sore. Can't believe it's already day 10, and definitely had some setbacks that have been happening. Did some jiu-jitsu last night, and kind of seems like a lot of times when I'm doing the jiu-jitsu or the martial arts, I'm kind of pulling muscles or, you know, getting hurt or something. Like in the jiu-jitsu yesterday, pulled something in my like mid quad, kind of like above my knee. It's kind of one of those things where, you know, being new to it, I'm not sure exactly what is the cause. You know, is it because I'm getting older and I'm in my 30s now? Is it because I haven't done this type of physical exercise? Like, it's very different than bodybuilding, where all you're doing is kind of like isolating muscles for the most part, and this is a lot more just like functional stuff. All right, so it's day 13. Hurt my back again, so that was during kickboxing. So yeah, got some recovery that I need to do, and I think basically the lessons that I'm learning is, you know, hopping in from bodybuilding to martial arts, you're going to be strong, but your body, unless you are training in, say, yoga or some type of dynamic stretching or things like that, your body's just not going to be used to that kind of trauma and moving in those types of ways. So seems like every time I do some sort of a martial arts, I get hurt. I get some type of injury, and this back thing's been going on for 2-3 days now. Pretty annoying, and it's definitely kind of a setback. But I've decided what I have to do is alter my training. So not a big fan of yoga, but I'm going to try to start implementing yoga twice a week, as well as some dynamic stretching. Day 15, and a little bit frustrating because my back has been messed up now for about 5 days, which has really cut into the martial arts training. Alright, so it's day 18, and yesterday did some jiu-jitsu and kickboxing. Feeling a little bit banged up, and a little sore, but you know, not as bad as I was expecting. I think my body is starting to adapt. I'm doing yoga before the martial arts, and I think it makes a big difference. I also did a lot of stretching and worked on my hip flexors, hip abductors, hip adductors in the gym beforehand, so I think the stretching makes a big difference. And alright, so today has been, I think it's been 22 days already, so it's kind of flown by, and you know, a lot of things are changing, and didn't end up quite how I was anticipating. Originally I wanted to do martial arts training 3 times a week and do a little bit of shadow boxing every day, but you know, with a few different injuries that I've kind of had here and there, it's made kind of made me have to adapt. So both my shoulders are kind of messed up, and kind of worried about it because already day 24, and so I did my jiu-jitsu and kickboxing classes today, and although I feel like I'm getting better at martial arts, my body is still feeling a little slow to recover. So if I had some advice for myself back when I started, it would be to roll and just do the kickboxing as well with less intensity. Focus on stretching more, using bands or cables, and also yoga in my workouts. I would definitely do that. Make sure to get plenty of sleep, at least 8 to 9 hours a day. And yeah, I do feel kind of like crap right now. It almost kind of feels like having the flu or something, where stomach doesn't quite feel right, and it feels like kind of every part of my body is aching. I feel like the temperature, like, it kind of feels maybe a little bit colder than it actually is, and my body just kind of feels a little bit shocked. Even though I really was trying to go with a lot less intensity. Jiu-jitsu is just really difficult. Jiu-jitsu is kind of difficult to figure out the right intensity to roll with. You know, sometimes I feel like I'm rolling with 50% effort, other times 25% effort, and then maybe sometimes I am putting in more, 80%, 90% effort. It's really hard to kind of gauge it. Though when I'm tapping a lot quicker than I was, but it feels like sometimes, you know, I'm getting an advantageous position, or I'm getting a submission in, and so I feel like I don't want to decrease the intensity at that point, because you know, I want to see if I can do it, or if I can get into a better position, or that things like, so for example, today I was able to, from the bottom position, it was a lot easier for me to be able to pull, I think it's full guard or whatever, you know, get my legs up around the opponent when they're on top of me and not let them pass my legs. And that was kind of like a big difference early on. It was a lot harder for me to pull guard. Now I feel like it's easier to pull guard. And then also I feel like it's becoming easier for me to pass somebody's guard, and I'm definitely learning the fundamentals more. You know, I'm not doing the easy jiu-jitsu class. This is the jiu-jitsu class with the guys who already have experience. Like today I always roll with this brown belt guy. He's really cool and he teaches me a lot, and so I just kind of prefer to roll with him, and he doesn't go easy on me, but like I've told him, you know, my shoulder's a little bit messed up. I'm not going to go like too crazy, and he totally respectful with that, but of course he's not going to let me win. So that's one of the reasons why I like rolling with him, is he doesn't let me win, and then also I can ask whatever I want. He throws me into a submission, I tap, or he passes my guard or whatever. Like, I ask him what he does, and he loves talking about jiu-jitsu, and so I always enjoy rolling with him, even though he's far superior to me. And then also we had a black belt that came and visited, and that was actually kind of scary. The amount of intensity he put into it was practically nothing.
And I mean, I told him same thing beforehand, you know, my shoulder's a little banged up, and you know, I'm not in my 20s anymore, and he was 40 and stuff. And so he wasn't going very hard, and I tried to match his intensity and not go crazy, but just it's kind of hard to explain how it was rolling with a black belt. Like, he wasn't putting in like a ton of intensity, but at the same time, he was obviously strong and very skilled, but it didn't seem to matter what position I got in or what kind of submission I would go for. He was able to either get out of the position or resist the submission with practically like zero effort. So, I mean, definitely a lot to learn from some black belts as well. And, you know, I'm going to take an ice bath, and I took some Tylenol, and I'm going to try to get at least, you know, 8 or 9 hours of sleep tonight and recover. And then next week, you know, hit back at it. But, you know, this whole thing kind of started out as, oh, you do John Jones fight style. And I still think there's some value in that, and I'm still trying to emulate some of, you know, his strategies. But, you know, really, I feel like kind of the purpose has changed for me. It's more now about, instead of just kind of like doing 30 days or whatever, I kind of just think that this is going to be my new thing, the new goal, the new hobby that I have. And I mean, I see myself just keep going. And for jiu-jitsu, I mean, it can take like 10 years to get a black belt, but I mean, who knows, maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll get a black belt or something. And I don't know, it's opened up a lot of doors and taught me a lot about discipline, and you know, just of course made me realize, you know, I'm not as tough as I think I am, and just learning something, jiu-jitsu and even kickboxing, it's very cerebral, and it takes a lot of like intellect and, you know, brain power to do it. So it's not like stupid guys are doing jiu-jitsu. You know, it takes a lot of skill and knowledge, and it's been very exciting to kind of do this. And yeah, so I'm gonna go take that ice bath, and hopefully I can recover, because my body is just absolutely beat to shit right now.